What if that bottle of water in your hand is costing you way more than you think? Not just in dollars, but in ways you might not even realize. Millions of people buy bottled water every single day, believing it's cleaner, safer, or just more convenient. But is it really worth the price? On this episode of Fried Green Lettuce, we're breaking down the real cost of drinking water, financially, environmentally, and even health-wise. By the end of this video, you might just rethink what you're sipping from. Let's dive in. The financial cost. Tap water versus bottled water. Let's talk money. One of the biggest differences between tap and bottled water is the cost, and it's a huge one. Tap water is extremely cheap. In most parts of the world, especially in the US, it costs less than a penny per gallon. That's right, just pennies for gallons of clean, drinkable water straight from your faucet. Now compare that to bottled water. A standard 16.9 ounce, 500 milliliter, bottle usually sells for around $1 to $2 in stores. That's roughly $7 to $15 per gallon if you break it down. You're paying hundreds or even thousands of times more for essentially the same thing. Over time, that adds up fast. Let's say you drink the recommended 8 ounce glasses of water per day. That's half a gallon daily. If you use tap water, that'll cost you less than $1 for the entire year. But if you stick with bottled water, you're looking at spending over $900 a year just on water. And it doesn't stop there. Many people don't just drink bottled water at home. They also buy it while commuting, at the gym, or on vacation. These little purchases can quickly drain your wallet without you even noticing. It's an expense that quietly grows month after month. The truth is, bottled water is more of a luxury product than a necessity. You're often paying for the packaging, brand name, and convenience, not better quality. So from a financial standpoint, tap water wins every single time. You get the hydration your body needs, and your bank account stays happy. If saving money is a goal for you or your family, switching to tap water could be one of the simplest and smartest decisions you make. Environmental impact. Every time we drink a bottle of water, we're not just making a choice for our health, we're also making a choice that affects the planet. Bottled water may seem small and harmless, but the environmental impact of those bottles is much bigger than it looks. Let's start with production. To make plastic bottles, manufacturers use a lot of oil, over 17 million barrels every year in the US alone. That's enough to fuel more than 1 million cars for a full year. And after the bottles are made, they have to be packed, shipped, and stored. That means even more energy used for transportation, warehousing, and refrigeration, especially for fancy brands that promote their ice-cold freshness. Then there's the waste. In the US, people throw away over 60 million plastic water bottles every single day. While many bottles are labeled as recyclable, only about 20% actually end up being recycled. The rest end up in landfills, burned as trash, or worse, left in rivers, oceans, and forests. These bottles don't disappear quickly either. A plastic bottle can take up to 450 years to fully break down. This plastic pollution has a serious impact on wildlife. Sea animals like turtles and fish often mistake plastic pieces for food, which can harm or even kill them. Birds can get tangled in plastic rings or caps. As plastic breaks down into smaller pieces, it becomes microplastic, which pollutes soil, water, and even the air we breathe. Now compare all of that to tap water. Tap water comes through underground pipes directly to your home. There's no packaging, no trucks, no bottles, and no waste. It's just water, clean and ready to use with almost zero environmental impact. Researchers have found that bottled water can have up to 3,500 times the environmental cost of tap water. That's a huge number for something as basic as staying hydrated. By choosing tap water and using a refillable bottle, you're doing something powerful. You're saving resources, cutting down on waste, and helping protect animals and the environment, all with one simple switch. Health considerations. Water is essential for life, so it makes sense to care about the quality of what we drink every day. But when it comes to health, is bottled water actually better for you than tap water? Let's break it down in a way that's easy to understand. First, tap water in countries like the US is regulated by the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. This means it has to meet strict safety standards. Water treatment plants test it regularly for harmful substances like bacteria, lead, and chemicals. These results are also made available to the public, so you can actually look up what's in your local water. Bottled water, on the other hand, is regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, FDA. While the FDA also has safety rules, the testing isn't always as frequent, and companies aren't required to publicly share their results. What's more surprising is that about 45% of bottled water is just filtered tap water. So in many cases, you're paying more for water that started from the same source. One thing to be aware of with bottled water is microplastics. These are tiny pieces of plastic that can break off from the bottle over time. Some studies have found microplastics in bottled water, and while scientists are still studying the health effects, many people prefer to avoid drinking plastic, even tiny amounts. Tap water also has a hidden benefit: fluoride. This mineral is often added to tap water to help strengthen teeth and prevent cavities. Bottled water usually doesn't include fluoride, so people who only drink bottled water may miss out on that dental protection. In short, both types of water can be safe, but tap water is often more closely monitored and can offer extra benefits. With a basic filter, you can enjoy clean, safe, and healthy water right from your sink. Convenience and taste. Let's talk about two things we all care about: convenience and taste. These are probably the top reasons why people keep choosing bottled water. It's easy to grab on the go, and some people believe it tastes better. But how true are these beliefs when we take a closer look? There's no denying that bottled water is convenient in the short term. You can buy it almost anywhere: grocery stores, vending machines, gas stations, and even at the gym. It's ready to drink, sealed, and easy to carry. But that convenience comes at a price, not just in dollars, but in plastic waste, storage space, and constant repurchasing. Now imagine this instead. You buy one good quality reusable bottle, and you pair it with a simple water filter at home. Suddenly you have clean, safe, and refreshing water available anytime, without having to run to the store or spend money each time you're thirsty. Plus, many reusable bottles are insulated, meaning they keep your water cold for hours, something a basic plastic bottle can't do. As for taste, it's true that some tap water may have a chlorine-like flavor, depending on where you live. But that doesn't mean it's dirty or unsafe. It's just treated to kill bacteria. If you don't like the taste, a basic water filter can easily solve that. Filters can remove chlorine, sediment, and even small traces of metals, giving your tap water a crisp, clean flavor that rivals bottled brands. In blind taste tests, many people can't even tell the difference between bottled and filtered tap water, and some even prefer the taste of filtered tap water. So while bottled water might seem more convenient at first, filtered tap water in a reusable bottle is the smarter long-term option. It's easier on your wallet, better for the planet, and just as tasty, if not more. And that's a win-win for anyone who drinks water, which is, well, everyone. So when you weigh the facts, cost, health, and environmental impact, tap water clearly comes out on top. It's cheaper, often just as safe, and far better for the planet. Small choices like using a refillable bottle can make a big difference. If this video helped you see water differently, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fried Green Lettuce for smarter, simple insights. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay refreshed and informed.